All right. Welcome to another Woods Report. Okay.
Weekend has passed.
Yep, we back on Monday. Everything's back up again. We ready to go. My mother had her little notepad ready of stories that she was taking down all weekend, and Lenore threw a story in,
and we know that there's been a extension, so no government shutdown as of that date that we were waiting on, the 29th, I think.
Oh, we don't even have that as a story, but that's everybody knows about
that.
Well,
yeah. We got an extension, I guess, from the house. What's his name? House McCarthy.
So we'll see. We'll see what's going on with there. Yeah, that's a good mention. Yeah. No government shutdown for 45 days.
And we didn't know from what's the lady that was on The View today, Mom? She's a Republican rep. She was on The View and she was clarifying things. She said a lot of times people get so scared when they say government shutdown that everything shuts down. But the actual president makes the decision on what priorities are shut down. Military, he can say military still gets paid. There's something on Schumer's table, 70% of things ready to be passed, and one of them is the military getting a 5% raise. He can pass that right away. But government shutdown, it's the president that makes the decision on what continues on and what actually shuts down.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. So I thank her for being on the show to give us clarity on that.
Okay. Well, another missing kid.
Wow.
So ridiculous.
She's been missing a while, right?
No, not that long. Friday, I think.
Oh, Friday?
Search for 9-year-old girl.
Well, every hour is critical. So go ahead.
Search for 9-year-old girl who vanished on a New York camping trip enters critical stage. The family of Charlotte Cena, who went missing Saturday evening in upstate New York, is asking the public for help as authorities ramp up their search for the 9-year-old they fear could have been abducted. Charlotte, who was camping, I think that's what stuck this out. Because normally you don't hear about kids becoming missing on camping trips with their family. Because usually camping sites have people around and people outside.
Areas, though.
Well, no, it's one of those ones where it's families and people out and stuff. Well, now, everybody's going to be like, if somebody's lurking in the bush.
Because most camping locations have bushes and little forest areas.
Yeah. Well, she was camping in Monroe Lake State Park with her family, went on a bike ride with her friends around dinner time and never returned. It said, I think somebody said that they went around the campsite with their bikes, and then they all went home, and then she wanted to go around again or something. And that's probably somebody lurking.
By herself?
They was lurking.
Yeah, they was following them.
Police believe Charlotte could be in imminent danger, according to the Amber Alert issued Sunday morning. Now, some people said it was Saturday evening that she went missing.
Wow.
So let's look at this news story that kind of tells a little bit more.
Offendoffer, News Nation law and justice contributor, also a former FBI special agent. Jennifer, it's always great to see you. This is such a tragic story, and you said this is likely a snatch and grab situation, and whoever took her is not in this vicinity. How do investigators move forward at this hour? What are they doing right now to track Charlotte down?
Well, right now, this investigation is two-pronged. The first part of it is still going to be searching every square inch of that park. It's crucial that they look everywhere for her. Secondarily, they are going to be conducting an investigation based on intelligence. So this is going to be reviewing any possible trail cam footage, ring cam footage, surveillance footage, and also conducting their canvass of anyone.
Now, that's the question that I have. Because remember when the black girl pretended like she got kidnapped or whatever, and they had the highway camera. They should have highway cameras. And I was watching on YouTube, this particular campsite, you can literally...
There's not a lot of cars that go to it?
No. You can literally walk off the highway into this campsite. So somebody could have easily parked on the side of the highway, walked through the trees, and went right into their campsite.
What cameras would they show, though?
The highway camera. The highway camera, if there's a highway camera, it'll see
Who
pulls on the side of the road, all of that. It sees everything.
Okay.
So that's one thing. And then another thing they said about this particular campsite that I think that makes it worrisome is it's located near the highway, but it's located near a highway where you can go in 15 million directions. You ever notice those highways, like you going on a highway and then like the exit that's coming up could be like 3 different other highways? Mm-hmm. That's a problem. Because if they got away, you don't know, you gotta, they could have went in any direction. Whereas if it's some kind of a little stale highway, you know they only can go like in 1 or 2 directions. This one you can go in like 5 or 6 directions. So it's not good. But I think the reason why, again, I think this took up a lot of people's, because kids, we talked about a few days ago, thousands of kids missing in Ohio.
In that Ohio area.
So in Philadelphia, we talked about thousands of kids missing. In other places, it's a lot of kids. It seems like it's picked up more lately. Mm-hmm. But the thing I think that caught the attention of people with this one was that I don't think anybody heard of like at a campsite with the family. Mm-hmm. That means they actually starting to go to campsites now, mm-hmm. or Disney World, or places where there's kids,
mm-hmm. and follow them
and wait and lurk and wait for them to be alone.
Know eventually a kid will be in that area because most people have kids.
Now you can't even let your kid ride their bike. Mm-mm. See, before people would be like, wait till we get to the campsite and you can ride, because the campsite you got to check in and check out. But you don't, the highway, there's no fence.
It's near some
open
area where public.
That's what they said. So you wouldn't be able to drive a car in there because you got to check in and check out to get into this campsite. It's almost like Independence Grove up here. Like you can't drive a car just anywhere to get in there.
Because when we went down that one street going to deliver, we saw the walking path going into the Independence Grove. So we could have literally parked our car
on the side
and grabbed one of them kids walking.
That's what I think they did.
And then you'll get away real quick.
Yes. You don't have to go through the guard at the main entrance. And that's probably what this person did. It's not fenced in. So you can walk from any area to get in there, mm-hmm. or bike in or something.
So what is this going to say though? Like parents now, you got to be with them 24/7.
You got to be with them 24/7. Yeah, but she's at a campsite, Mom.
Yeah, but she tried to go by herself and they wasn't all together.
Who would have thought?
You can't even ride your bike. You saw the one, you told the story or there wasn't me, with the kids in the back of their yard.
Yeah.
And the guy comes in the yard.
In their own yard, now you know.
And snatches the girl. And then the brother took his little slingshot like David and Goliath.
The brother seeing it. Yeah. They would have.
But kids can't even play in their yard. Mm-hmm.
Without being, well, even aside from kids being missing or teenagers or whoever, they're now following you home.
Yeah.
And after you've gone to an ATM.
And not just kids.
Or something.
Adults. Adult trafficking.
They showed it on the news. What's today? It's Sunday. They showed it on the news. The man's home camera got him. He pulled up in his driveway and he noticed a car had pulled up right behind him because he had gone to an ATM.
They was trying to get him.
They jumped out their car and was banging on his window with guns. He took off.
What would he have done if he pulled in his driveway though?
He did pull in his driveway.
How did he take off?
The way they parked. His driveway was here. They parked right here, and there was another car over there. Uh-huh. He went right through that opening area, and he and his little son.
Wow!
But I'm surprised they didn't break the window to try to, shoot at him. They could have just. They was tapping on the window with the gun.
They could have just shot him.
Get out! Give me your money! Get out!
Yeah, they could have just got him.
And the lady did the same thing. They followed her home and got out, and her son was trying to fight him, and he got hurt.
And the other one was this man was getting his groceries out the car, and they ran in and grabbed his car and drove off. I'm like, you can't do nothing.
They're doing that now. They come into your home.
So you got to watch as well as pray.
Thank you. Be with your kids, not 24/7. That's what the police guys were saying. They were saying you really got to watch and be observant.
Because remember we saw this one girl about her age. We was out and the bus dropped her off And I said her mom was a little bit down the street watching. And I was thinking she probably didn't want to be at the bus stop because the kids would be teasing. Like, yo, you too old for your mom to be. But her mom was down the street, and now we know why. Stuff like this. She like, I don't care what I'm gonna be down the street watching you get off the bus.
I almost don't care if the kids are teasing. Come on off. There you go.
But she gave her some space.
Because they can still grab her.
That's true.
Oh, Lord,
all right. So keep going.
Everybody that was in that park, as well as conducting interviews of individuals who were wanted for sexual violations and who are on the registry in and around that area.
So the terrain at a park like this, would there be any clues left behind that would give law enforcement an indication of potentially where an abductor may have gone next?
Yes, very possibly. This terrain is very forested, as you can see. And if she were taken and snatched from that bike and pulled into a vehicle, it's a possibility that something could have been left behind. A little bracelet, maybe some other strands of hair.
Now they showed, there's a video now out where this guy and a couple of other people are teaching their kids how to get out of a trunk. And some people was complaining and saying, I think that's too much to try to teach a kid. I don't think so. They were little. And he was putting them in the trunk.
How do you get out of a trunk?
He showed them how to get out.
You can go inside any car?
Mostly all cars you can get out.
I did not know that.
Or you can break something where the light will flicker. Where the police it'll do something where it'll cause attention to that car, where they can't just keep driving. You know what I'm saying? But people was like, that's scaring them. You shouldn't teach your kid. And he was like, I'm teaching. He's one of those guys. I think he was like a detective or something. He's like, no, they were little, like 3 and 4 and 5. He was like, there's no age because they was being put in the trunk and like scared. So the people were saying that's not right to scare them like that.
Okay. But he was teaching them
how to get out.
I'm wondering, I'm not trying to be funny, because I know we've been talking about the future with the chip under the skin. Is there something,
they already going to do that.
Well, I'm just saying, other than that, is there something like a bracelet or something that can be on them?
No, they can take that off.
Something that can be on them where it beeps and notifies the person that's where they are.
Like in a hair clip or something where they wouldn't notice.
Yeah.
But the thing is that you already know what's coming. With all this human trafficking and all of that, that's going to make way for 666, like we've been saying.
Chip under the skin.
Everybody's going to be born.
Our animals.
But it's going to be when you're born. They're not going to go back and get all of us.
Right.
But when a baby is born,
it's a chip
they probably going to say
skin.
It's a little thing. They can tag them in there. And so it'll be for you for the rest of your life.
Oh,
so when they start doing that, then we know where we're headed.
I won't be around. Okay.
I don't think we'll be around that long. I mean, we only got.
But that's the only thing I can think of that can help you at least monitor. Like you put a chip in a dog.
Yeah.
You put it under their skin.
Now, animal, I don't know why people don't have that in their dog.
Every animal lover should have a chip on.
You should have a chip in your dog.
That dog is taken. Beep beep.
Even if it's taken by a wolf, it'll be beeping while the wolf got it in his mouth.
No, at least you can get closure.
Know. Right.
Oh.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So everybody keep her in prayer. We hope they find her. And hope that no other kids are, being taken or whatever.
Oh, Lord.
All right. Speaking of a kid.
Thank you. Big grown baby.
Speaking of
having a tantrum, I want my freedom. You shouldn't. Y'all contacted me.
The Trump fraud trial began today in New York. Now, for those of you who've been living under a rock, well, not really, because he got so many cases, you probably lost track.
I know.
This is the one.
Well, what state? Because with the state is a certain topic.
And I love that there's a black woman attached to every single last one of these cases.
Every single one.
Okay. This one is in New York City. Okay.
New York City.
This is where Comb Over inflated the amounts of his buildings.
Okay.
So let's say his building was worth, 20 million or something. He say it's worth 1 billion or 900 million or something like that. Some ridiculous amount.
Uh-huh.
And he'll say that there's nothing wrong with that. He did it again. He came out before the trial. He had 3 press conferences today. He had the press conference when he went into the courtroom. Now, that was the one. This is how I don't know how people follow him. Because he changes. So the one he went
They
into
like the fact that he changes.
Oh, like them. Like we change, I guess.
We change our mind. We go with the wind.
Okay, so they like that. He's not cookie cut, I guess.
Yeah.
So the first thing in the morning when he goes in, he's already been found guilty. So all this trial is doing is just seeing how much money he got to pay. Okay? Mm-hmm. Now you would think most normal people, when the judge has to decide how many millions of dollars that you got to pay, you be nice to the judge.
Right.
That's not him in the morning.
Oh, God, he don't think about that, though.
So he goes in the morning and talks about how this is an unfair trial. All trials are unfair.
He's a victim.
All 92 counts and all trials are all lies.
Every state, everybody's after
him.
Witch
the
hunt.
Democrats are after him.
Witch hunt.
They're coming after me, then they're coming after you. All right. So we got that off the table. And people actually follow this story with him.
Uh-huh.
So he inflates his business. He says, I can do that. Mm-hmm. Everything he is wrong at being found guilty, he says he's able to do. I'm able to bring home classified documents and bring them in the bathroom, sit on the toilet and read them.
I was the commander-in-chief.
I'm able to grab a woman by the you-know-what because she wants it. Yeah, I'm famous.
That's what she wants.
I'm able to call people and say the election was stolen. Can you find me some more votes?
I have buddies to do that.
And also, can you put some fake electors in there and say that they voted for me?
Yeah.
I'm allowed to do that. Everything he's allowed to do. So apparently he's allowed to take a 20 million property and say it's worth $1 billion because
inflated.
His name. So he goes into the thing saying,
I'm telling you what my worth is.
It's like, he says it's like Coca-Cola. The name Coca-Cola.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be any different than any other soft drink. My name. And he's right.
Trump.
So in this particular case, I guess his mega people don't understand or don't know. Our sister girlfriend included that in her thing. Okay. She's giving them an ability to move it up and down because of his name. All right, so she's giving them that.
Okay,
giving you your name.
Give an extra percentage there because the name.
But when it comes time to file for taxes, don't say the $20 million building is only worth $5. So 1 minute is $5 million. 1 million is $1 billion.
It's what mood I'm in.
It's what I gotta pay. Ooh. He's a wheeler dealer.
Slickster.
I watched today again. Somebody went and took a picture of his first wife's burial at Mar-a-Lago. You can't even see it anymore. The grass is grown over.
No,
the plate is about this big.
It's not important.
And the grass is grown over it.
You have to hide it. People forget about it.
And his kids don't say nothing about how they treated their mother like crap.
And you would think the kids would come to the rescue.
Anyway.
Okay.
So anyway, he's going in calling this Letitia, she's a fraud. She's racist. Why is she racist? Because she's coming after you. You're orange.
Yeah.
You're not white. You're orange.
Thank you.
She's against orange people? Well, anyway.
She only comes after orange people like him.
So she's racist. She's a Democrat. She's a loser. She ran for mayor. She couldn't make it. Now she has to come after a big fish, and that's a me.
Yeah, because that makes her more feel good and be known.
So she's this, she's that.
Okay.
Well, that's okay. But you don't talk about the judge. And this judge, if you guys look at him, he's the happiest judge in the world.
Oh,
the man smiling all the time.
Like my mom's foot doctor.
He's a nice judge.
Like your foot doctor.
Yes.
Yeah. Smiling, mom singing, while he's sawing on her toes.
Yeah. So this guy, he goes after the judge. The judge's a nothing. He's a nobody. He's a Democrat. He's a loser. And you can see his attorneys in the background like, oh my God.
Please shut up. Diarrhea of the
then
mouth.
he says, and then why do I have a judge case? I should have a jury case. What is this? This is America here.
I'm popular. People love me.
Who says I can't have a jury case? Well, his lawyers are in the back looking up and down because they're the ones that said they wanted a judge case. They unchecked the box that says jury.
Oh, God.
He doesn't even know his own lawyers wanted him to have a judge.
This.
So while he's up there saying, why can't I have a jury case? His lawyers are in the back going,
oh, because we checked it to have a judge.
And while he's there saying, this judge is no good, he's a nobody, he's a scudge bucket, his lawyers are in the back going, my God.
He wanted a jury because he knows he's popular and he can sway him, right?
He can sway
why would the jury, why would his lawyers actually pick a judge?
Because in New York, he's not going to win a jury case.
Oh.
That's probably why they said, let's just go with a judge.
Ooh. And that was a happy-go-lucky judge.
Happy-go-lucky judge. He talked about him like a dog.
What's wrong with you,
now they get into the trial, and you can, I love the cameras are in there, and you're seeing everybody look so depressed. He's looking depressed. Everybody's looking depressed. The judge comes in smiling. How's everybody going?
How was your weekend, everyone? Is the sun shining in your life?
So then they have a lunch break. He comes out, Trump comes out during the lunch break. Boy, I tell you, this is a travesty. I can't believe this. I can't believe I'm here. This judge is ridiculous. He's a dumb bucket. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Oh, no.
He's crazy. He's ridiculous, whatever. So then we come to the end of the day. Remember I told you he gets 3 times to come out.
Okay.
Well, apparently the judge must have said something nice before they left, because he was nice about the judge when he came out at the end.
Oh, really?
So anyway, he says something about, the judge says something about the statute of limitations. You know, some things may not fall into the statute of
Made him
limitations.
feel good a little bit.
So then he comes out, he says, all right, this judge is fair. All right, I'm starting to like this judge.
He's not witch hunting after
He's
me.
not witch hunting after me.
Okay.
He's a pretty cool dude.
I actually got a chance.
Well, the nut job, nobody told him. Leticia didn't put anything in there that was that couldn't fit in within the
statute of limitations.
So the judge was just being nice, but it didn't have anything to do with his case.
Probably to calm him down.
So tomorrow, or whatever day he comes in, he's gonna find out that judge isn't so nice. They're gonna get back to that judge is no good.
You're probably doing the spot, the little spotlight here.
He's the only person I know. One day I'm good. The next day I'm a horrible human being. One day I'm a cool person. The next day I'm from the bowels of hell.
He's mood swings.
You got to be on his side.
And if you're not on there, you're going to get chopped down.
So that's what happened in today's
So
thing.
this lady made sure that she was in the statute of limitation when it comes to the time frame.
She's no fool.
Knucklehead.
She's not, just like I'm telling you. You don't want a black woman after you.
Yeah.
Just like Fonnie. Fonnie is dotting T's and crossing
out. Black women,
yeah. Dotting I's and crossing T's.
I'm proud of you.
Yes.
You're doing your job.
All right. Emerald says, hey, ladies.
Hey,
Justice for All says he should be charged with tax evasion. Yeah.
That too.
Because that's tax evasion.
It is.
Justice for All said that's why he refused to show us his tax returns.
Yes. That's true. Why would you? If you got a lot of crooked stuff going on.
So all I'm waiting on from him is I'm waiting on him to start snitching.
Okay.
I'm waiting on him to come out and say, why am I being accused for what I know all these other guys are doing?
You're thinking of files
such and such as, I'm saying he knows other business guys who probably do the same thing he was doing.
He gonna tell on.
He's probably gonna tell on. Why am I being sent up the hill when these guys are all doing it?
But that never helps him. Why would he even do that?
Because he's a moron.
Why would you tell on anybody when the trial is about you? You can tell us 10 names. Like, you think they're going to give you a deal because you telling us who the other people and other rich men are doing what you're doing?
So my mother said his son came out and shook the hand of the judge, Mom.
Yeah,
At least that's not the one with the 2 chromosomes growing in his head. but probably the one that's kind of smart. He shook his hand because he knows her hand. Because he knows you can't insult these people. You already lost the case.
It's almost like the handshake was, excuse my dad.
Don't take all of our money, please.
Just bear with us when we're trying to deal with them too.
Oh,
Have a good day,
God.
ma'am. Have a good day. God bless you. Okay. Maybe she'll feel sorry for us.
And all of these people who keep saying Trump 2024, if he's locked up, can y'all find an alternative?
Who would be his running mate? Not running mate. His
his VP. Well, VP.
One of those crazy ladies.
Nobody's gonna vote for. Are you kidding me?
No. What's her name in Arizona?
If anything, I think that'll hurt him. Because some people would vote for him, but they won't vote for them crazy nuts.
Oh, but she's been
they worse than him.
Well, she's been his right arm support.
I know.
Since her days of running. Okay.
So that was the highlights from that day. Well,
what's going on with homegirl?
Guess who decides they want to jump in and get the middle of everything here?
She got to get her paperwork together because things is getting a little tight in the finances.
Melania Trump renegotiated her prenup in case Trump's legal problems bleed him dry.
Her lawyer had to tell her
she wants her money up front now
to take care of her and Barron.
It's a transactional marriage.
Wow.
When we last checked in on the great love affair, that is the marriage of Donald and Melania Trump, we learned that the former First Lady's take on her husband's fourth indictment was "sucks to be you, pal." And 6 weeks later, it appears that the romance is still firing on the exact same amount of cylinders. Page 6 reports that according to a source, Melania spent the last year renegotiating the terms of her prenuptial agreement with the ex-president. And her new post-nup is now in place. She wants her money now.
Think about it, you guys. We don't normally hear of revisiting a prenup.
She did it right before. Remember, she held hostage. She stayed in Trump Tower in New York when he became president. And she didn't come to the White House. Remember that? She kept saying it was because of her son, but it wasn't. He didn't sign the new prenup she did then. And so once he signed it, all of a sudden, her son could go to Washington School, and she was able to move to Washington. So this one, she's doing it again. She's holding him hostage. I'm not coming out. I'm not doing nothing with you until you sign this post-nup.
I'm wondering what's going to be in this one because the man is losing his money.
Well, it says here, she wanted a new deal, not because there's a possibility she'll have to move back into the White House, which was the last time, but because she worried about how much money would be left for her and her son. And she also saw what he did to his first wife. She don't want that to happen to her.
What happened?
She don't want to be buried in the backyard with her thing growing over her plate.
What would you think if she files for divorce?
She won't. Not if he signs this post-nup. That's what she's holding over his head.
What if he doesn't?
But he is. Because he can't afford to have her. He can't afford to go through a divorce case too. So you got to add that on to the other cases.
The mega people will probably threaten her.
She'll move back to wherever she's from.
But think about it. If she did give him a divorce, he wouldn't win.
No.
Right? They'll be mad.
It says...
Then again, I don't know.
The ex-president has already been ordered to pay E. Jean Carroll $5 million, and she's going to sue him. She sued him for more because remember he went on that town hall.
Oh yeah,
and called her a liar again.
And more money now has to.
So she opened up, a whole nother case. And he's gonna have to pay her some more. New York, and then the New York case we just said, seeking $250 million.
Will there even?
They said Letitia is seeking $250 million. This is probably why Trump's son shook her hand
to lower that number.
They said the judge can go up to $600 million. That's how much he lied. She's only asking for $250 million.
But is there even going to be money left for Melania? Well, I don't even know.
They said he only
can sign all the prenups. He can sign all the prenups she put out there, but if he don't have no money,
they said he only has $400 million in cash right now. Trump remains very rich, but with mounting legal bills and judgments, the source says, noting that renegotiating prenup would provide a more solid future for her and Barron. So did Melania actually say the words, give me more money or I'll leave you? No, the source said. It's definitely the underlying idea, though. He understands that. That's what she's saying. So as a person familiar with the matter told page 6, this is at least the third time Melania has renegotiated the terms of her marital agreement. I told you about the other time. So there we go.
That's sad. When you as a wife of a rich man have to now revise your prenup.
She wants a postnup.
What's a postnup?
He needs to give her some money now.
Oh, he don't have any though.
He gonna have to find
So
some.
she's trying to get some of that 400 that he only got.
She trying to get some money before New York takes all his money.
Before they break him, yeah, they gonna take all his money.
Well, you know his mega people gonna keep paying for him. They gonna keep giving the money in his thing.
If they do, they stupid. Some
We
of them
already
probably
know that.
live in homes they barely can pay for.
Yeah, you live in a trailer and you giving him money.
I know.
Rosebud says, give that lady get bread. Yep. Emerald says she probably already has something in place, assuming that she gets paid for being his wife. She has him right where she wants him. Exactly, Emerald. The article goes on to say her lawyers and stuff are telling her this is the time to do it because he has all of these legal matters coming at him, and as of yet, nobody has taken a substantial amount of money from him. So this is her time to do it. Don't do it after he's, you know what I'm saying, after the New York judge says you owe this amount of money. So she's not as dumb as we all saying.
Well, I think it's her lawyer. I don't think it's so much her waking up saying, hey, I'm going to have him sign another.
Right.
Her lawyers could be encouraging her as well.
All right, y'all. I told y'all we not Democrat or Republican.
I laughed at The View talking about this today.
What did they say?
I laughed at...
They tried to make excuses for it.
And
because you know they Democrat.
Out of all the women at that table, who do you think, is two of them, who do you think took up for this man? We don't know yet. Let's do an investigation.
What's her name?
I don't know if the thing has a window around
What's the lawyer?
that you have to break it.
What's the lawyer?
Sonny.
And
who was the other one?
Whoopi?
Yes. 2 black people. The other ladies at the table were laughing. They can investigate.
You can investigate
all you want to. They looked at the thing he touched.
Yeah.
It had nothing around it. It had the word fire.
Let's say what went on.
Go ahead.
New York Rep Jamal Bowen pulls fire alarm in the House office building, but says it was an accident.
Negro, don't.
Rep Jamal Bowen pulled a fire alarm in the Cannon House office building on Saturday morning, shortly before the House was scheduled to vote on the government funding bill.
He was late.
An incident the New York Democrats said was an accident.
Negro, please.
The incident was first revealed by House Administration Committee Chairman Brian Steele, a Republican from Wisconsin, who said in a statement that an investigation is underway. Steele told CNN on Saturday evening that Bowman needed to be far more forthcoming about what happened when he decided to pull the alarm. We know Jamal Bowman pulled the fire alarm. Why he did it is pretty unclear. His initial explanation that it was an accident doesn't seem to really pass muster, Steele told CNN Jim Acosta. Steele was warned that if Bowman pulled the alarm to interfere with the House voting procedure, an accusation Bowman earlier told reporters was complete BS, it would be a serious violation of the law. Bowman's office said it was an accident, and the congressman told reporters later Saturday, I was trying to get to a door. I thought the alarm would open the door, and I pulled the fire alarm to open the door by accident. I was just trying to get to my vote, and the door that's usually open wasn't open. It was closed. Leadership in both parties were informed of the situation once Bowman was identified in security footage. Bowman said he met with House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries about the incident shortly after the funding stopgap measure passed the House on Saturday, adding that Jeffries' tone was supportive and he understood that it was a mistake. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy said the House Ethics Committee should look into the incident. I think ethics should look at this, but this is serious, McCarthy said in response to a reporter's question following the House. In my opinion, now this is why I said I'm not a Republican or a Democrat, because anytime something happens on one side of their party, the other side, they all act like, oh, that's not a big deal. When the Republicans do something and one does something, oh, it's okay. He's all right. If the Democrats do something, oh, it's okay. They're all right. I'm so sick and tired of nobody taking responsibility and accountability.
Thank you.
It's all party driven. Right. Now, this big bonehead knows the difference between a ledger to open a door and a fire alarm.
Thank you. Excuse me.
And they said that the Democrats were trying to prolong the vote.
Crap. Okay.
So why is it that you get up, walk away?
Go ahead.
What?
Go
you
ahead.
don't want to walk away?
No, I'm fine.
Oh. Why is it that right when the fact that the Democrats have try to avoid or prolong a vote, one of the boneheads is out pulling a fire alarm?
The thing that I don't understand is, I know Sonny said that he's a friend of hers.
So, well, your bonehead friend is wrong.
We need to stop, even with color and friends.
Yes.
Relatives. Don't cover them like that.
Wrong is wrong.
Now, if you want to be safe, because it's allegedly until they even figure it out.
Do an investigation.
I said, you can still give a safe answer and go, he's a good friend of mine. I hope that this is nothing serious, but you do need to look into it and see. Leave it at that. Not, he's my friend. I don't think he would have done anything. I didn't see nothing around the thing he pulled.
And let's go with this. Even if it's a mistake, let's go with the fact that it was a mistake.
Yeah.
You still have to pay for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You still have to pay for it. If I in school pulled a fire alarm
by
and
mistake,
said, oh, I'm sorry, and they cleared the whole building out, they'll still say you still got to pay for that. You're going to get a fine or something. Yeah. You're not just going to walk away and say that was a mistake.
Because some people have. They've leaned on it. They've she's thinking nothing was covering it. Whoopi made that comment. That's usually those those things that put fires out.
Yeah, but not
those
a fire
usually
alarm.
in a glass.
Yes.
But a fire alarm is so clear. The word fire.
And you got to pull it.
And you got to pull it. And there was nothing around it. There was no opening, no door in a sense where he's saying it could be the thing to open the door. Right. We all know when you pull that, it will stop.
It's going to clear the building out.
Whatever activity is going on.
I'm afraid when I'm in a building and it says, don't open fire alarm. I'm even afraid to open a door that says it because I'm like, oh, is this thing going to go off?
You set the alarm off when you open that door.
But for you to pull a ledger, a lever or whatever that is, let's go with all aspects of this. It was a mistake. He thought pulling that would open the door. You still in trouble.
Right.
He thought pulling that he could prolong the vote. You still in trouble. He didn't know that pulling that was stars and alarm. You're a moron. You're still in trouble. That's my congressman.
Of the law is no defense.
So my congressman is a moron?
Yeah. Dude, you messed up. Let's just put it out there. Investigators, do what you need to do. Ask them, because it was the timing of it.
It's the timing.
You're wrong. It was the timing of it. And it did exactly what you wanted it to do. You almost wish lie detectors was on them and it buzzes them when they're lying.
Right.
Because it's just so wrong. Right now, God knows what's in your heart and what you did. And what you did was wrong. You planted a seed of deception. And you're going to reap that.
And he's the one that's always arguing with Marjorie Taylor Greene. He's always wanting to, he's a showboat.
Yes.
He always wants to be in the limelight. Well, you're in the limelight now, buddy.
Yeah.
You want to be in the limelight.
I remember the argument they had, and she said that he was a little aggressive or something. A black man.
Right.
Hey,
I don't like her. But any black man that stands outside and argues with Marjorie Taylor Greene, you deserve to get in trouble. Why would you argue with her? She's a nut job.
Thank you. Oh, Lord. So let's see where this goes. I just didn't like the fact that the two black women
Taking up for him
at the View table. I don't know. Well, let's see. He's my friend.
So
we don't
what?
know. And the other ladies at the table are like, really?
Exactly.
Y'all think we Susie Sausage Head?
Exactly.
Come on, Whoopi. Come on, Sonny.
He always has to be in the
Gotta be
spotlight.
the black thing. I'm gonna protect my black brother. No, your black brother
he's wrong.
messed up.
He's wrong.
And you need to tell them that as a friend.
Exactly.
Jamal, you can't do that no more. Come on, we're friends for 20 years.
Exactly.
Gosh.
So yeah, when the brother do something that I'm for, and I think he being railroaded, we'll speak out against that.
Thank you.
And when they do something that's stupid, we'll speak out against that. Throw him off the island. That's how I feel. They need to.
They're going to investigate first because allegedly he's going with made a mistake, didn't know it was there, didn't know this was the line.
Then you're a bonehead.
No.
If you made a mistake, then you're a bonehead.
You don't need to be what is he, a senator?
A representative.
No, then you don't need to run anymore.
If you don't know the difference between a fire alarm and a door handle, you're a moron. So either way, we're voting you off the island. You're out of here.
I want someone who
You're
has
still can come to the picnic, but we're gonna put ramifications on you, just like we did the other people that you said.
Right. You said, OJ, stay in the car.
You gotta come. You're gonna sit in the driveway.
Right.
You're not coming in.
You may start something.
We don't want you burning grandma's house down because you thought something was something else.
Because you're not involved.
We want to find out if you are a liar or a knucklehead. It's only two things: liar,
Or
knucklehead.
Yeah.
Which one are you, Jamal?
might be a liar.
Liar or
I
knucklehead?
think both.
If you're a liar, get out of here. We're voting you off the
He's
island.
a lying knucklehead. That's
If
what
you're
it
a
is.
knucklehead, we're gonna feed you with a wooden spoon 10 miles away.
Right.
So either way, we just
messed
need to
up.
know who we're working with here.
Thank you.
So a full
Well, you already
investigation.
told on him because you said if anybody that stands there and argues with Marjorie,
I'm starting to think knucklehead. He may not be a liar.
No.
He might be a
he'd be a
knucklehead.
knucklehead. That's true.
Which means we gotta put kid gloves on you. You coming to the barbecue, but you're sitting with the kids table.
They gotta watch you. At
We
the
gotta
little
watch
table.
you.
You're sitting at the little
You sitting
table.
at the little kids table. You're wearing a bib, all of that. We don't want you messing your tie up and drooling on yourself.
Oh Lord.
So let's go. I'm starting to believe knucklehead.
You may be on to something. Go ahead.
Anybody that stands out and argues with Marjorie Taylor Greene.
I know it's not even worth it. It ain't worth it.
It ain't
Miss
worth it,
Silly.
Miss Silly.
It ain't worth it.
All right, so let's
Go ahead.
see.
Go ahead.
Is he a jolly giant like in the Green Mile?
I'm just ashamed.
A shame.
You bring shame to all guys named Jamal. Oh my goodness.
And Hakeem gonna listen to him. I understand, brother. He's a liar.
No, you don't either.
He knows what he
I
did.
got your back, my brother.
I got you.
It's
I
a
got
race
you.
thing.
I got you.
You say every black man trying to cause.
No, he probably said Hakeem is like them Republicans always take up for each other, so we
Always
gonna
so
take up for each other.
Even on stupid stuff. I'm gonna take up for you, my brother, because you, even though you were stupid,
Yes.
I'm gonna take up for
And
you.
then
I got your
Marjorie
back. I got
Taylor
your
Greene
back.
comes out on the stairs saying he needs to be tried like the January 6 people. She's a moron
She
too.
needs to join him. 'Cause
I
she's
think that's a
nothing.
little pulling a fire alarm is a little different than kicking a door
It was
in
no-
and the windows and security guards being
Thank
beaten and
you.
sprayed.
They said that on The View. They said nobody died with him pushing that button. People died on January 6th.
Thank you.
Lives were
But
taken.
he definitely, to me, should be fined.
Yeah.
He should be fined, and he should get on the floor of the house and say he's sorry.
I think people do extremes like Marjorie Taylor Greene because they want the hype. They want people to talk about it.
Marjorie Taylor Greene is a moron.
Just to push a button.
And she smiles up under Trump as if let me tell you something. Now, I don't like Trump, all right? We already know that. But at least I can tell you right now, darling, you're not his type. You have a horse face. He does not go with ugly
You
women.
don't think he'll put her on his administrative
No.
team?
One thing I'll give that man is he knows how to pull good-looking women. And you, Marjorie Taylor Greene, are not his type.
but she feels that she likes him, and
Your washed out blonde
wants
hair.
to be surrounded by people that like him. He's narcissist.
But she probably wants
it
to
don't
sleep
matter what
with
she,
him.
because Omarosa wasn't all drop dead gorgeous. And he
I don't know if
her.
she wanted to sleep with him, though. Marjorie Taylor Greene is like this.
He don't care about that. He wants people that praise him.
All right, well.
But we'll see. Yeah, because she's divorced now, right?
She got a boyfriend.
Okay.
Let's see. Mona clapping, Rosebud laughing. Such a clown. Thank you. Emerald says, we don't want the nut job sitting with the kids, Kim. He has to be with the crazy aunt and uncle under watch.
The uncle that's looking,
right,
thinking something's next to him.
Everybody got
paranoid uncle.
Yeah.
That's who he need to sit by. You're right, Emerald. We shouldn't put him by no kids.
Or the crazy aunt.
Yeah.
That always wants to cook. And everybody like, no, we good. Mm-hmm. I made some greens. All right, we'll put them over there.
Jamal, you gonna eat them? I want you to taste them.
We'll put the greens. Okay. Make sure her greens are over there somewhere on the side.
Okay, you're right. We won't put them with the kids.
Jamal.
Go ahead.
Talk about he made a mistake and pulled it, thinking he was going to open the door.
Push.
And black people stop taking up for everybody because they black.
No,
you make us look bad when you do that. When somebody's stupid, call them out for it.
Yeah.
And so then when you actually do call somebody stupid, people will listen. They'll be like, she fair. If she believes he's dumb, he's dumb. If she, it doesn't matter what color he is.
And I do understand, because I was telling my sister, like with Bill Cosby, the people that he was acting with, all of those kids that grew up with him, like a daughter who may not know her dad is a serial killer.
They don't see him that way.
I don't see that side of my dad.
Well, he didn't bring that side there.
The news people were like, your dad killed a lot of people.
And then when he got older, I think Cosby changed when he got older.
Yeah.
See, they saw older Cosby.
And they're going to speak to the Cosby that they saw and grew up with. Right. So I get it.
But I say what you say, what Sonny, just leave it open-ended.
Yeah.
Don't say, I know he did, or just say, the one I know, I don't see him that way. I
think he would do that.
I'm not discrediting any of the women or anything. Yes. Or I'm just saying I didn't see him that way. Yeah. So, and if you do that, you play it safe.
Right.
Sonny should have said, he's my friend. Mm-hmm. I don't think he would do that. Mm-hmm. I don't know. But I agree.
See what happens.
Let the investigation. You know, I don't see Jamal that way.
Thank you.
Because some people can have a dumb friend that don't see it.
Exactly.
All right.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right. Moving on. Well, good news.
Another black woman. This is the era. This is the season of the black women.
Yep. Governor Gavin Newsom chooses, now I don't know her name, LaFonza Butler.
LaFonza.
To fill Dianne Feinstein's Senate seat.
Okay.
So we got another black senator.
That's good.
Because you know we only got, what, 3? Isn't it Tim Scott,
what's the guy in Georgia? Is he a senator?
Him, Womack. And Kamala. Well, now she's vice president.
Yeah.
So good. She's pulling it in.
That's good. They need more representatives.
Butler is the head of the group Emily's List, which works to elect Democratic women. She will be the 3rd black woman in history to serve in the Senate.
Good down.
California Governor Gavin Newsom, and we said that when Dianne wasn't showing up, we said Gavin Newsom wanted to appoint a black woman.
Right.
And we kept saying, get out of here, Dianne.
Okay. Can you go already?
And she didn't want to go.
So God had to step in.
Yeah, go to rest.
And said, come
well done, my good and faithful servant.
Rest, your child. Rest.
So California Governor Gavin Newsom chose LaFonza Butler, the president of Emily's List, to fill the seat of the late Democratic Senator Dianne Feinstein. She will be the 3rd black woman to serve in the Senate as the first openly LGBTQ to represent California in the chamber. Mm-hmm. So he was able to scratch off 2 things with that one. Mm-hmm. Feinstein, longest serving woman in the Senate, died Thursday at 90. She was 90 years old.
Wow. She did well.
Yep. Newsom said, I am honored to accept Governor Newsom's nomination to be this is what she said, to be a U.S. Senator for a state I have long called home. Butler said in a statement Monday, I am humbled by the governor's trust. Senator Dianne Feinstein's leadership and legacy are immeasurable. I will do my best to honor her by devoting my time and energy to serving the people of California and the people of this great nation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's see, Sister Sledge. They're going to give you problems. You know that, right?
Yeah.
It comes with the job.
Kelly Robinson, president of the Human Rights Campaign, the country's largest LGBTQ rights organization, called her appointment a landmark moment in the fight for social, racial, and economic justice. As the first Black lesbian to represent California in the United States Senate, LaFonza brings a compelling voice for abortion rights, the labor movement, and civil rights in Congress. So there you go.
Okay. Because I know Chicago, the previous mayor was the first openly gay mayor.
Right.
Mayor Lori Lightfoot.
Right. I still don't know why they got rid of Lauren.
You know what? One of our friends said that a lot of people in the Chicago area didn't like her. It's funny because we have relatives that's outside of Chicago. They like her. And I'm like, well, they don't vote for her. So unfortunately, she didn't make it.
Well, this lady, she's going to be sworn in Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern.
Tuesday.
According to two sources.
Okay.
There you go.
So she has taken that place, her place,
and she's going to run again when the seat comes up. She has to run.
Okay, let's hope in her little short of time that she's in that she does well.
Yep.
To win the people's trust.
Okay. Yep. Win the crowd, win your freedom.
I told my mom, I said, a Black woman?
Yep.
I said, this is really the season for Black women.
Yep.
This is beautiful. I love it. I love it.
Yep.
Go ahead.
All right. Now this story you brought. Now, what is this one?
Yeah. And a lot of times we got to be careful when we throw the race card on things because we really don't know. This person actually had the neighbor who did the crazy thing. He actually had a good response that he had written that makes you think as well. But play the video because can I do the news? If they're doing the news, can we show that?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
All right.
Because they're telling the story.
Lawsuit between neighbors in Queens that will force a court to decide whether spraying water here was merely a dispute or a racist act. The case involves a Black doctor plus his family and friends and the doctor's neighbor. Neighbor sprayed water over his fence onto guests at a party. Now he's accused of treating them the way civil rights protesters were treated in the 60s. His attorney says it's not what it seems. James Ford is live in Forest Hills, Queens with more on this one. James.
And how that one neighbor handled a noise dispute is the subject of this lawsuit. That water you see coming over the fence and onto guests at a dinner party is at the center of a dispute that party guests call racist.
We're calling the cops.
We were afraid. We were afraid.
She's one of 19 people, almost all of whom are Black or Latino, who filed this lawsuit against the man who sprayed them from his home on the other side of the fence.
It harkens back to images during the Civil Rights era where civil rights protesters were hosed and menaced.
So this man was having a party.
He was a doctor.
And he was having a party, and his neighbor what? What was happening?
Apparently, the neighbor felt that the party, the noise was loud, and to shut him down, to shut him out, or to stop him, he went and used his hose, which does remind you of the civil rights movement,
right?
The hose on the Black folks,
right?
To spray over into the yard. He was spraying one of the little. There was a tree house they had. He was spraying that, and then he started spraying it. You don't really necessarily have to hear her, but she said she actually went to talk to him.
Okay.
Every time she would say something, he would spray her. He was spraying her. Yeah, she was trying to talk to him.
And over at his property or just by the fence?
I don't know where she went.
She
may explain that.
Okay.
And then another neighbor came later, another neighbor with her German Shepherd dog to the door.
Okay.
So they probably now are doing a lawsuit because, they felt, really, sir, they didn't feel they were that loud and whatever. And he's claiming that they were rude and whatever. But he made a good statement as well. So when you continue to play it,
here's the thing.
His lawyer is also defending him.
The first problem that he has is this is a Black people's party.
You don't spray water on Black women's
hair.
And
Black women's hair?
Yeah. Now she happened to have braids, but still.
If it was somebody there with somebody who had their hair straight,
you know what?
or a lace front or something, he in trouble. I skip past her. Where does he go to that guy talking? At
It's
the
a
end?
statement.
Oh, it's a statement.
You can read it.
Right here.
He said, you don't have to hear it. He said, if we as a black person did that to a white party,
Oh,
they'll arrest us.
Yeah, they would have arrested us.
So that's something to think about as well. But
Yeah.
the statement, if they show it in writing, there
Right
it
here.
is.
Were threatening, he said in a statement, to compare plaintiffs' aggressive and violent actions at a house party with those of the peaceful protesters of the 1960s is a false equivalence and is disrespectful of the legacy of those who suffered indignities while fighting for civil rights.
Now, first part, keep going. If he said that, he's right.
That's
If you're at a party,
when he said that, I had to sit back and go, whoa.
If you're at a party and you guys are making a lot of noise and he's asking you to be quiet or whatever, and you don't be quiet, it doesn't give him the right to spray a hose. But to make that the equivalent, it's the same reason why I went off on Tim Scott with bringing up slavery. I'm tired of people bringing up these things. Stop bringing up slavery.
Well, Marjorie Taylor Greene brought up January 6th.
Yes, quit putting one thing which is extreme on
Apples
one side,
and oranges.
And then the other thing is normal, regular people being a-holes.
Yes.
Stop doing that.
Because this is not that level.
The black people who got sprayed with hoses during the civil rights movement were marching peacefully down the street.
Yes.
And got dogs sicked on them and hoses sprayed on them. And it wasn't just black people. It was everybody.
Everybody walking in that same
It was white people walking with them.
To say that it's the same, it made me sit and think, wow, why do we do that?
I don't know.
That's not that level.
And even, let's say for the sake of argument, he did spray them to be mean. It doesn't mean he was spraying them on the same equivalent as the civil rights movement. I'm spraying you bunch of Negroes. No, I'm spraying you to get out of here.
Just shut the noise down.
Yeah.
I can't sleep.
I'm not spraying you because you black. I'm spraying you because you getting on my nerves.
Loud. And this is my way to get the attention because if I come over.
Which is wrong, though.
I know.
He should have called the police.
Thank you.
But anyway, let's go.
ahead.
And Rose Brooks' attorney said that he looks forward to presenting his client's evidence in court and not on television or other media. Reporting live from Forest Hills, Queens, I'm James Ford, Pix 11 News.
Okay. Now to a lawsuit between neighbors in Queens.
Justice Frost says his neighbor doesn't have the same authority as police. I agree. He should have called the police.
911.
911, what's your emergency? Hello, my neighbor is loud, out and obnoxious outside. Isn't it past a curfew or a noise ordinance or something? Somebody needs to come over here and help me out here. I don't want to go over there. Remember we had those guys in one house we lived in? Go ahead, tell him.
I was getting ready to say that my grandmother was staying with us and she had dementia. And noise would get her nervous. And she'll get up. Where's mama? Where's mama? So we were always protective of neighbors with loud noises.
Right.
One neighbor, the house was close. But they
party
always had
all
party.
the
So
time.
I remember asking her, saying, hey, you guys.
Big time parties.
My grandmother gets really nervous when your music is loud. Please keep it down when you guys have the weekends. Yeah, okay, we will. You know, I knew dude wasn't going. So boom, 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 boom. But grandma nervous. I called 911. 911. Cops came. Pulled them out the house. I was out the house. And he talked, why you had to call the next time, don't call, you don't have to call the police. We'll be okay. We'll be okay. But I didn't know because they could get violent. So I had to make sure the police was there to, you know, he had to say, you guys, it's after midnight. It was like 1 or 2 in the morning. You need to shut your music down right now. And he had them shut it down. So we didn't hear it anymore after that. But another weekend came and they were still loud. I called the cops
and these were Negroes with the A on the end.
Negroes with the A.
The A on the end.
Oh, the Negro name
with the A on the end.
I know.
Go ahead.
And I'm thinking,
and I usually say the word, but I ain't saying it here. But go ahead.
And then too, you never know if they retaliate.
That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy.
So I'm not going over there.
I had the cops come. And he was mad at me. Later on, he was like, can you just call first?
Not
he gave me his phone number.
Okay.
Call, because he didn't want, I'm sure they was doing stuff illegal.
They don't want them to keep
coming.
So did you call his number the next time?
We called, they wouldn't answer.
Oh, well then you got to
call and dude, you gave me the number to call. You loud again, and my grandmother's
I think
nervous.
they finally did after the second call. They didn't do it no more.
Yeah.
They couldn't have no more because they got Gladys living next door. If you got Gladys and Hazel living next door, you're not going to have no house party.
Yeah.
Them bunch of old...
Those
they
old ladies next door.
Can't stand them women. Always calling the cops on people. We were Gladys and Hazel, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But so what? We got it taken care of and we got it done.
We sure did.
Now that's what that guy should have did.
He should have done, yes.
He should have called the cops.
911. What's your emergency, ma'am? Sir, the neighbors next door, the music is loud.
Yes.
And they're rude. I've been asking them to turn it down and they're not. So you don't have to have a lawsuit now because you're spraying water over the fence.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that was it for that. I just feel like that. I think they've taken it to another level it don't need to go to.
Like the civil rights movement where they were putting the hose on us. That's peaceful.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted you to look at what his reply was. Because a lot of times we're trying to compare apples to oranges in situations, and some people even try to compare things to the Holocaust.
Exactly.
And people get very offended. No, your situation is not like the Holocaust.
Exactly.
So I get it.
All right.
Go ahead.
Here we go. All right. So then I saw this Instagram. I always try to bring something funny.
Okay.
Because a lot of times we get intense here. So I try to bring something funny. To try to remind people at the end of the day, I am a comedian.
Yeah, let's laugh.
Whenever I do get in a funny mood,
but heart.
Some of these stories aren't funny.
I know.
There's nothing to pull out of it. So let's show a little bit of funniness here. Now, some people are going to complain. I'll put this up and people will complain and say, that's not funny.
Because we're laughing at it?
We're laughing at these old ladies. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Blow it up. Now they having a good time. Look at it.
What are they getting on?
Getting ready. Oh, it's a dock from a boat. Look. And she starts it. She starts it. Look. Come on, Mary.
I'll be scared because I can swim.
Now, see, she messed it up by doing all of that. Look.
The middle one?
The first one. All right.
Oh my God.
So if that's your mom, I'm sorry. It's funny.
Oh, I pray that they can swim.
Yeah.
Because I probably would have drowned in that.
Now, you always want to know who Charlemagne the God's donkey of the day is, right?
She look like one.
Yep. Let me see. Pull her in there more. All right. You got more chicken than the ladies. All right. Okay. Charlemagne the God's donkey of the day goes to a mom 30 arrested on suspicion of attacking her daughter with frozen chicken.
I was telling you, frozen chicken can be a weapon.
The mother, Mary Marquette, whatever her name is, who was previously arrested on suspicion of headbutting her husband.
Ooh, she got
and
some
she
problems.
got a forehead right there. Can you imagine that forehead headbutting?
That's just wrong.
Now it's like Rihanna headbutting somebody. That's a dangerous weapon. Now stands accused of attacking her child with frozen food. Her sister told police she saw her sister use poultry as a weapon. A 30-year-old woman has been arrested after allegedly battering her daughter with a frozen chicken. Hailing from the St. Petersburg, Florida, Mary Marquette is facing a domestic battery charge for allegedly striking her daughter, whose age has not been released by authorities, with a chilled poultry item. According to an arrest affidavit, the victim reported that the accused threw a frozen chicken at her.
Oh my goodness.
Hitting her on the right leg.
I know that's not funny, but still.
The lady's sister also witnessed the incident and confirmed that the defendant had thrown the bird, resulting in the victim being struck by the chilled chicken. It is unclear whether the victim was hit with the whole chicken or just part of it.
Oh, gosh. Any frozen piece of that chicken would hurt.
Now, Charlemagne actually took a different position on this.
Was she mad at the daughter, right?
He said this has to be 2023 because back in the day, we got hit with everything.
Yeah.
Shoes.
Yeah, I didn't think about it.
He
that
said
way.
belts, cords,
Whatever was near her hand,
whatever is near
her
your
hand.
mom or dad's hand,
you got hit.
You're
with
gonna
it.
get hit with it.
That's true. That is so true.
And if a bird, a chicken
But
bird,
I don't think a black mother would throw chicken.
Well, he said food.
With
the price of stuff that's now, why would you throw food at
Thank you. You would throw the pot that is going to be put in or some other utensil, but you're not going to throw food. But then again, no, that's different.
So he was just saying the sign of the times.
I didn't think about that. He's right. Back in the day.
And she got charged for throwing it at her, and it hit her leg. Hit the kid's leg.
And it didn't do that. Well, that's child abuse.
They call that child abuse.
Child abuse. Anything you toss
assault.
At them, you're assaulting them. Wow. If they're calling that child abuse back in the day, a lot of parents will be in prison.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. So that's Charlamagne. You want to know who Charlamagne the Gods.
But she had a problem when she was headbutted.
She headbutted her.
Butted somebody. So she has a problem with her anger.
And look at that forehead.
Look at her and how she's even taking her photo.
Yeah, she mad.
She has some anger problem.
Yeah.
Anger issues.
Yep. So yeah, she's a headbutter and a chicken thrower.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So there you go.
Okay.
All right, that was it. That's our stories today. We had a lot of little stories, but we're going to release those on Woods Report drive-bys.
Oh, the real quickie ones.
That's the ones we'll do in the car. I have the phone up to me, and I'll just say, "Are you ready for a Woods Report drive-by?" And those are quick ones.
Okay.
It's a couple of people getting divorced that you probably didn't know of, celebrities.
Really?
Yeah, it's a couple of that.
Not Denzel, is it?
I'm not saying. I'll wait till the drive-by.
No.
And why you say Denzel?
Because it's couples that you're saying that could possibly
No,
get
it's not
divorced.
Denzel.
I'm hoping it's not him.
No.
Go ahead.
Everybody will punch him in his face. Who do you think you are? Training Day? This ain't Training Day.
Idris isn't.
No. Well, you brought up Idris.
I know.
We could do that at a drive-by.
Okay.
Drive-by. There's a story on Idris, too. An update on Idris.
Wow.
Update on Tamar Braxton.
Okay.
An update on a lot of people. We'll do them as drive-bys.
And I wonder if Kiki's, how Kiki's show going to do. Not Palmer. Kiki Wyatt. She has a new reality show
Her
coming
20
out.
kids.
I know.
All right, so.
Are they all hers, or is that from a recent
hers.
marriage?
They all hers.
All 11 kids is hers?
Those are all hers.
She got 11 kids.
Yeah, all of them are hers.
So she need to do that reality show. Remember that one lady that had a reality show? They had all them babies.
Oh yeah, the quintuplet.
We got to do an update with her.
Yeah,
what's going on with her?
All right, y'all. So don't forget. Emerald says good night, ladies and mama. Good night, y'all.
Good night.
Don't forget to get our book, 100 Family Friendly Jokes. We are ready to send the second volume to the printer. So that'll be going to the printer this week. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Always believe. And that was another Woods Report. See y'all later.